I'm Bill Flanagan. Today, our region's business is on the road at the Belmont Complex in Katanning, Armstrong County. We're here at ArmTech, an annual showcase of technology and industry. And we're here in particular for an overview of one of our region's emerging industry sectors, electro-optics. We'll find out from U.S. Congressman John Murtha why, in an era of concern about terrorism, electro-optics represents a national priority and a regional opportunity. But first, we're going to learn about research on the cutting edge of electro-optics that's happening right here in our region and share the story of a local startup that's getting an international spotlight for its ability to shoot video by starlight. Mike Matsko is Sales and Marketing Manager for Optical Systems Technology, a company located near the North Point Park in Armstrong County. And joining him is Mark Schoaf, Assistant Director for Workforce Development with the Electro-Optics Center in Katanning. And welcome. Good to see both of you.
Thanks, pleasure to be here.
Yeah, really cool stuff. I mean, a lot of people might think electro-optics, it sounds like physics, sounds like high school science. I'm not sure how relevant it is. You're all about the relevance part.
The relevance
products
part,
that really
yes.
make a difference, right? What exactly do you guys do?
What we manufacture is night vision equipment for the military and for Department of Justice. And we make lenses that improve the ability of night vision to gather more light, to make the operator more comfortable with the scenario that he has to apply his trade in.
And probably the example that got the world's attention was the rescue of Jessica Lynch.
Right, that was
video,
our equipment, right.
Made right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
This particular piece is the very similar camera to the one that was used during that rescue. And this was the unit that helped tape it.
And how much light do you need to get a video image using
All you need starlight.
Starlight?
Yeah, and if it gets brighter than that, then the picture's even better.
Wow.
But starlight, it'll work in starlight overcast. And the lens is the trick. It gathers enough light to feed the image intensifier, and that puts the information to the camera and makes a picture that's worthwhile, so that the operators, when they take the chances of taking the pictures, they bring something back that's intelligently photographed.
Amazing. Well, I can see the military applications for this stuff, Mark. Does it have broader application as well? I mean, is there a real potential industry here for our region?
Well, there's potential commercialization of some of that, and particularly in for firefighters, and that's another area that's looking at some of the night vision and any kind of rescue and safety, public safety. So that there's an area for that. But I think beyond that, just the technology that's being developed here. I think a lot of people, because a lot of this it's not something we're going out and promoting and advertising publicly, because of the nature of the work. But there's a lot of work that's happening in Western Pennsylvania.
And what kinds of fields, though? I mean, where does this kind of technology, other than this sort of a thing, where does it wind up? How does it get used?
Special Forces, for one, uses this equipment heavily. And yet it can also be used for people in the news business that need to travel to Iraq and places like that.
Plus for surveillance. Anything where you need to see in the dark, I guess, or see through.
Where does the Electro-Optics Center fit into all of this and into what's happening?
Well, the center, Electro-Optics, is really enabling technology. I mean, it's hard for people to understand. We put the word out there, but it's like electricity. I mean, electricity is enabling technology. You look at all the things you need electricity for in order to make them run, to make them work. Electro-optics is real similar in that it's enabling technology. I mean, not only there we talk about night vision and how you diffuse the light, but then there's also sensors, there's other technologies that we need to develop. There's materials that are involved in being able to do that. So how the center plays out is that we are an enabler of that technology, and we work with these companies to try to make what they do successful. We try to help them in their funding, we try to help them in their research, and then we also try to certainly encourage them to keep their business in Western Pennsylvania. Mr. Murtha set us up back in '99, and we have grown tremendously. One of the reasons I think we've been very successful, we've had 7 new companies that have come into the region in the last year. Some in Armstrong County, some throughout other parts of it. And we are very synergistic. I mean, in terms of, we work with education institutions, Indiana University, Pennsylvania, here in Armstrong County.
Yeah, you're part of Penn State,
That's right. We're part of Penn State, but we're not part of the teaching faculty. We're part of the research part. We work with Penn State as well in terms of their programs locally, Indiana, CMU. And we have a great history here, a great workforce, and we have some of the best educational institutions in the nation. And basically what we've been able to do is just kind of bring synergy to that. I tell people we didn't invent electro-optics, we just brought some coordination.
Well, and it's brought some big names into the region.
Correct.
Boeing has opened a small office in Armstrong County. Philips just recently announced that they're coming into the area.
We've had Philips announced last week down in Washington County, which is part of the 12th Congressional District. We had Boeing yesterday at their open house here in Armstrong County. DRS Technologies is also based out of Dallas, Texas. They have opened an office. We have a new company called Wrapped Industries, which is a company out of California that has also opened an office in Armstrong County. They're working with plasma technology. We had Sabia Sensor Systems that opened an office there in the last year here in Armstrong County. So we are seeing growth here. They're starting off small, but the potential is just great.
A lot of potential. I know you brought one other piece of equipment here. While we have a minute left, I want to make sure we show that. What does this one do?
These are night vision binoculars.
Okay.
This piece is made elsewhere, but we make the lens to allow more magnification and more light gathering so that the soldier can see further and remain undetected. That's very important.
Okay.
So we see them before they see us.
And what's been the success story for Optical Systems? Are you guys growing? Are you finding a way to have
Our
success
company,
here?
when we moved into this area under Congressman Murtha's initiative back in '97, we were the first electro-optics company to come into the area, and we've grown that company from 5 into 70 people right now. And it continues to appear that growth is still in our future.
Wow.
And you're hiring locally. We want to make
We're
sure
hiring locally.
Hiring locally.
And finding a lot of those people here.
Right.
Well, it's a great story.
Yeah.
Congratulations to both of
thank
you.
you.
Mark Matsko from Optical Systems Technology, Mark Shaw from the Electro-Optics Center. Good to see you
Thanks,
both.
Bill. Good to see you.
Thank you.
And when we come back, what all this means to economic development in Armstrong County and across our region. Our region's business. We'll be right back.